Hello and a big warm welcome back. This is Astutis TV and this specifically is Ask Astutis, the show where you give us the questions and we will give you the straight answers. I'm Toby Howell, digital content writer at Astutis and your host today, and I will be investigating why the IOSH Managing Safely course will enhance your organisation. Well, number one being improved health and safety performance. It goes without saying. Once managerial and supervisory staff from your organisation are enrolled onto the course, they will be able to, from day one, improve health and safety performance, attitude and culture within your organisation. You will see incredible benefits among staff attitude and motivation. They will understand the risks concerned with health and safety in your workplace, and as a result, staff will have further cemented understanding on how to approach their everyday operational role. The second reason why you will want to enrol your staff on the IOSH Managing Safely course is for reduced accidents and incidents. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to take a step back and just think about how many, on average, days do staff in your organisation have off due to sick leave resulting from incidents and accidents in your workplace. You might be surprised to find that the number is higher than you originally thought. But here's a question: what is the impact of that? This course will ensure your staff are completely knowing of the impact sick days or just absence because of workplace incidents and accidents has on the bottom line, the impact on workplace and operational productivity, and the ability for your organisation to uphold its reputation in the marketplace as a result. It also gives incredible insight on the human aspect of workplace accidents and incidents. How do we avoid them? How do your staff have better awareness on how to avoid catastrophe? This course, and this particular reason, is a reason why this course is so important. Reason number three is better compliance with health and safety regulations. But I think this goes a bit further than that. This course, IOSH Managing Safely, will ensure that the managers and supervisors in your organisation have a much better concrete understanding of the health and safety regulations that your organisation is held to. You will want your staff to have at least a brief understanding of the regulations that, as I say, you are held to. The reputational damage, loss and the potential negative impact on human life not adhering to health and safety regulations could be catastrophic. Consumer trust is quite now withering at best. If your organisation is not where it needs to be when it comes to health and safety standards and following regulatory practice, it could have an extremely negative effect on the bottom line of your organisation. Staff enrolled onto this course will ensure that they will go about their day-to-day operations with a keen eye on how the regulations should be followed. Reason number four, quite basic it may seem, but this is a huge one, and that is improved productivity. So if you take a think about this for 1 second, if your organisation has an increased understanding of better health and safety practices, realistically, your staff, your workforce, your organisation are going to have less to worry about. Surely, if they are in the know of how to better operate, to be safer and be healthier as a result, they will have less distraction. They will not be worried about more things. That's a simple version of this reason. Put in a more longer form sense, we recently interviewed Jason Anker, MBE. You can find the link in the description below. He encapsulated this point perfectly by understanding that a happier workforce is a more productive workforce. And that is a simple way of putting it, but if you think about it, it is completely correct. If you go to work happier because you know you are safer, you will work more efficiently and have a better production yield as a result. The IOSH Managing Safely has all these hidden perks attached to them. Now on to the final reason. And that final reason being number 5, improved reputation. Now, we have talked about how you can lose your organizational reputation if you do not adhere to the latest health and safety regulations, but we must look at it from the opposite end of the stick too, the positive one. If your organization invests in a health and safety course such as this one, the IOSH Managing Safely course, your consumers, your potential customers will take note, and therefore your business will improve as a result. And that's not just me saying that. There has been a huge shift in consumer attitudes, their desire for their businesses that they interact with in the marketplace to have moral, or at least proactive, positive, moral attitudes towards really key issues today in culture and in the world are really, really important. We're seeing that consumers have a key interest in organizations having positive attitudes towards the environment and health and safety in particular. And if you have these progressive attitudes in these areas, your consumers, your potential bottom line improvements will be enhanced as a result. Now, we get asked this question a lot about any of our health and safety and environmental training courses here at Astutis. How easy or how convenient would it be to get my staff on said course as quickly as possible? Now, let's address those issues head on. Astutis offer the IOSH Managing Safely course in different ways. Firstly, let's tackle the first one. For example, that being the online format. Now, the online format offers maximum control. It gives you the comfort and flexibility of your staff being able to train where, when, and however they wish. All they need, obviously, is an internet connection and a device to access said internet. It means that you, as the organization, will be receiving analysis and updates on your staff training. So you'll know if your staff are following the training or indeed lagging behind. It just means that you have better foresight and control over your staff's training. The next format you can enroll your staff onto the IOSH Managing Safely course with Astutis is our exclusive virtual classroom format. We are very, very proud of the Astutis exclusive virtual classroom. Essentially, it infuses the benefits of the structure and traditional learning principles of classroom learning with the flexibility and control that digital training presents. You can learn, or at least your staff will be able to learn where, when, and how they wish, as long as they have an internet connection, with sessions that are led by industry-leading Astutis tutors. You can be rest assured that with the virtual classroom Managing Safely course with Astutis, your staff will have the training they need up to the standard that only Astutis can provide. And lastly, your staff can be enrolled through the IOSH Managing Safely course with Astutis, either through classroom learning or on-site corporate learning. Now, we do offer at Astutis personalized in-company training where certain relevant statistics and data involved inside the course can be relevant specifically to your business. And it allows for a more personalized approach to the training, especially if you want in-company or in-site training for your staff. We will come to you and we will offer you a more bespoke training experience. But that's not all. These are purely just the benefits, but along with these benefits, we often get asked the question, how hard is the IOSH Managing Safely course, or indeed, how easy will it be for my organization's staff to pass the course? Well, let's get to that. So let's run through that question for a minute now. One of the biggest questions we have is, will my staff be able to complete it fairly quickly? Will they, have any trouble on the course? Simply put, the IOSH Managing Safely course is a level 2 health and safety course, meaning to those in the UK it is equivalent to a GCSE qualification. It can take anywhere from about 16 hours to 3 working days, depending on the chosen learning method. There should not be any problems as long as your staff put in the level of effort that is required. There should not be any problems. The assessment phase is split up into 2 different areas. Firstly, a 30 question, 45-minute multiple choice test. Now, your staff will need to get at least 36 out of 60 marks to pass that test. The course covers everything that is in the test. So as long as I say they focus and they have the motivation to retain the knowledge they gain, there should not be any concerns involving that test. Secondly, they will need to complete 2 weeks after finishing the course materials a professional standard workplace risk assessment that essentially assesses the risks and hazards in your organization. And they will need to do that, as I say, within 2 weeks of completing the course materials. If they do the risk assessment to a professional standard, they will be able to pass that section of the assessment phase perfectly fine. If your staff are concerned about how to complete a risk assessment to professional standard, the course does cover in some detail how to do so. However, we also have blogs on our website that cover how to complete risk assessments. You can find links to those materials in the description below. But to sign off on this question, as long as your staff are firstly motivated and they hold the effort they need to ensure that they complete the course and they retain the knowledge, there should not be any concerns. Your staff should be able to pass the IOSH Managing Safely course with fair ease. Now, this is arguably the most frequently asked question we receive from organisations when they inquire about Astutis Health and Safety and Environmental Training courses. I will run through a few reasons why I believe we are the industry leading standard of health, safety and environmental training. So reason 1 is actually catered to the IOSH Managing Safely course, and that is the exclusive Astutis bonus module, Human Factors. Now, the Human Factors module is accessible for learners at the end of the IOSH Managing Safely course. We are the only training provider to provide this module, and it's really quite important. It adds critical context and further information and understanding regarding the influence of human behaviours, attitudes and motivations on workplace health and safety. Your managerial and supervisor staff will be able to understand how their behaviour influences other people's behaviour in the organisation and their relevant safety as a result. It's a huge component of workplace health and safety, and it's a great beneficiary and supplementary aid to the Astutis offering of IOSH Managing Safely. Reason 2 extends a bit further than just the IOSH Managing Safely course, and that is our exemplary customer service. We at Astutis take incredible pride in how we engage and communicate with the wider Astutis family, those being individual, aspiring, motivated learners, or organisations who entrust us with upskilling their workforce. All around the world, we pride ourselves on our ability to communicate and give our customers, our wider Astutis family, what they need to succeed. This is seen in the FIFO Platinum Service Award that we've recently been awarded from FIFO, one of the world's largest review platforms, and it symbolises 3 hard, dedicated years of achieving their gold status, the highest status. Now we are platinum, which symbolises 3 years of hard, dedicated work to achieving customer service excellency. On top of that, we have an award-winning LMS, LMS being our learning management software. That is for online and virtual learners. We have industry-leading tutors that I've just previously mentioned. We have flexible learning methods that we've previously run through, and all of our courses will give your staff practical knowledge and now know-how, I might add, on how to apply that knowledge from day one. So we've just run through 4 of the most frequently asked questions that we have regarding our offering of the IOSH Managing Safely qualification. You can find more information on that course on our website. The link is in the description below. You can find learning guides, exam tips, all on our website. And as I say, the link is in the description below. You can read blogs and, as I said, learning tips in the insight section of our website. And we have other assisting materials on how the IOSH Managing Safely will enhance your organisation on this platform and on our website. And as I say, the link is in the description below. So that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you want more information on the course, please leave a comment below and we will get back to you very, very quickly indeed. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe.